Alright, buenos dias, que paso amigos, John's Moto Garage. Welcome back to the channel. This is the demo ride, Westworld, Arizona session. Ooh, look at that bike. Yeah, these are the demo rides. This is my first day ever doing demo rides, and I've done like 6 of them. I'm having such a blast on it. I did took an Indian Chieftain 116 out for a ride not too long ago, and so today we're going to be taking the roadglide CVO 117. They stepped it up by 1 cubic inch. Totally showing Indian up, blowing them out of the water. But we're gonna jump on this sucker, and I'm just gonna kind of share my thoughts and opinions on the bike and a little bit compare and contrast with the Chieftain. That was a couple weeks ago though, and it was a quick 4-mile ride, so we'll see what all I remember from that as far as how the two compare and stack up. I wonder if they have a 116 over there at the Indian tint. But I have to say, stay tuned to the very end and I will reveal out of the two, the Chieftain 116 or the roadglide 117 CVO. If I could only have one, I will reveal which one it would be at the very end, assuming my battery doesn't die again. I got a cone right there. Hopefully they move it for me. So first impressions, this bike does feel a little bit heavier as far as the way it sits. And I just rode the CVO Street Glide Special. This one sits lower to the ground and position feels a lot more comfortable the way the seating is. Is he not going to move that cone there? Because I will run right into it. Awesome. Alright, so she's fired up, good to go. You've got your basic controls over here, horn. You've got your volume. You've got your cruise control set, reset. I won't be doing cruise control today. This has got the low profile rear mirrors. Do these cubbies open up? Yes, they do. What? They're letting the Indian guys go before us? Come on, man. Oh, almost took a cone out. You can't really see the cone. The field of view is somewhat hindered on these guys. Did I mention this is a 117 CVO monster? Anyway, seating position on this, I actually like a lot more than the Street Glide I just rode. The Street Glide felt like I was almost up over the top of it, and it had an aftermarket or a custom seat that pushed me in towards the tank slightly. So it wasn't, not super uncomfortable, but wasn't the most comfortable. It's crazy how you still can't find neutral in these things. There we go. So road glide, as far as the comfort goes initially, I think it's there. Now hopefully we can actually get on this. Yeah. The problem with demo rides is they don't want us to what they call slingshot, which is where you build a gap between you and the guy in front of you so you can really get on it. Supposedly they're supposed to give you chances or opportunities to really open it up, but it really depends where you're at in the pack. Back off, truck, back off, bro. He's not. I believe this has a fly-by-wire throttle, but it feels a little bit more natural than the Indian. The first time I rode the Indian, that one took a minute to get used to. But super responsive, super quick. The 117 definitely does not lack in the power department, that's for sure. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, on that 0 to 12 mile per hour, is that it was like 0.6 of a second faster than the Indian. So I don't know, you guys, the Harley might be in the lead. One thing I noticed jumping on this, it does feel a little bit, just a little bit heavier, a little bit more top heavy, not substantially, but that's just my initial impression. Again, I don't have an Indian right here to really compare it. The gearbox is a little bit clunky and it is hard to find neutral, so huge complaints right there. But I definitely dig the more traditional cockpit on these bikes. It's not over the type, it's over the top. It's not real like gaudy looking. It's just pretty straightforward. You've got your fuel gauge, you've got your voltage, speedometer, tachometer, and then of course the much needed GPS system, so we don't get lost on our demo ride here. I like that you still have that kind of rumble that we all love on the Harleys. the rev limiter. It is a shame they don't allow us to just go out on the drag strip. That's really where demo rides need to take place, if you ask me. The drag strip or a racetrack. I said this on one of my other videos, but demo rides are like taking a kid and putting them in a candy store, but telling them all they can get is a pack of Smarties. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's really, really tough. That's one of my biggest complaints about the new roadglide CVO 117. This wasn't built for demo rides, man. Come on, Harley, get your stuff together. Let's check out the radio. But of all the bikes I've ridden thus far, this one feels the most spacious. It feels kind of the most solid, and the ergonomics are the most comfortable, I imagine, for what you'd want on a touring bike. It does not feel cramped at all. The stock bar setup for me at 5'8" seems just about perfect, where I wouldn't have to make many, if any, adjustments to jump on this thing and just hit the road. Now, of course, knowing me, I would probably have some type of like risers and T-bars, you know, and I'd go out and try to learn wheelies on this thing, and I'd break a belt, and I would destroy the clutch, and I'd cause all kind of havoc on it. But what a fun bike. ABS brakes are on point, stops on a dime. It'll even stop on a penny if you can find one on the road. And one of the things I dig about the road glide here is it seems to be do a pretty good job blocking all the blocking the wind. Oh man, I found a used one of these, a used 2019 road glide, and it's set up basically exactly how I would want a road glide if I were to get one. And after doing this today, the dude has probably sold it already, but after riding this today, I'm like, man, do I go out there and spend my life savings and buy it? It would be the most expensive vehicle I've ever purchased. I don't typically buy new or anywhere near it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Life decisions. Alright, back to the bike. I'm pretty stoked on it, I have to admit. And I'm definitely partial, and I'm definitely a little bit biased, and I definitely lean a little bit more towards Harley. So when it comes to, you know, this versus that Indian, the big reveal, which one do I dig more, the Harley or the Indian? I personally would opt for the Harley, but I think when it comes down to the ride, that people would find both to be an enjoyable ride. And both, for being big baggers, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed as far as the power goes. But a few reasons why I would opt for the Road Glide CVO over the Indian. And some of these are reasons that viewers pointed out that make a lot of sense. For one, Indians being not as well established, you don't have as many places out there where you can get them serviced. As far as the aftermarket accessories, with Harley, you've got everything you need. So you can go drop 50,000 bucks on this bike, and then don't worry, you'll be able to go drop another 20,000 on it, no problem. All the stuff is out there for you. Personally, I dig the look of the Harley more. It's a more traditional road glide style that we've all come to know and love. The Indian is definitely unique, original, and I think it's again, that's kind of personal preference. The ride itself, I mean, honestly, I'd be happy to mob around on either one. Look at that rev limiter, man. I keep hitting the rev limiter in first. So there's a big reveal. Personally, I would opt for the Harley over the Chieftain, but that's all based on just personal preferences. Either one of them, I think, would be an absolute awesome bike to have sitting in the garage, and one that I would not complain about. Yeah, turning and handling on this thing, not bad at all. For being as big of a bike as it is, this thing is super flickable, bro. I didn't film it, but I was dragging my knee a little bit earlier there. Traffic jam, come on you guys, don't you understand? We're doing demo rides over here, bro. Back off, dog, back off. Not only are we doing demo rides, but we're trying to do drag races as well. We witnessed a very close near accident not too long ago, right up over here. Sketch. 2 motorcycles, very sketch. Really getting in it. Yeah, you can lean on this thing for sure. Alright guys, John's Moto Garage. Hope you dig the content. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe. There you have it, my ride on the Harley Road King 117 CVO monster. So, did Indian kill the Harley? I don't think so. I think Harley came back with a vengeance, and they came back fighting and swinging. Or were they ever gone in the first place? I don't think they were ever gone either. I keep overshooting my parking spot and then having to like back up. That is where these things are a beast, is for backing up. Bam, there we have it. All right guys, roadglide CVO 117 monster motorcycle. Harley is definitely alive and well and kicking, no doubt about it. Quick walk around, you guys. Custom blue on this. Nice, sleek bike. I don't really dig the red built into that, but whatever.